Right, I hope you're recording, Whiplash, because I'm 100% ready. Greetings! I am Skeletor, and welcome back to SkeleTalk, the series where I answer your questions. It's the internet's best kept secret.
Skeletor!
What, Whiplash?
Skeletor, you look like a pig!
How dare you, Whiplash? That's very hurtful.
No, Skeletor, I literally mean it. You look like a pig. Have you just come back from the Star Wars fancy dress party?
Yes, and?
I think you forgot to get changed, Skeletor.
What? Oh, yes. Right, okay. I'll be back in a moment. I'll just get changed.
Hello. Thanks for watching the video, everybody. We hope you like it. Please give it a thumbs up and share it with your minions. Skeletor's coming back.
Right, Whiplash, I'm back. Get out of my sight before I beat you.
Yes, Skeletor.
Right, let's get on with the show. Jason Raphael Murdoch kicks things off with the following question. Which two of your minions would you pair up as a tag team wrestling duo, and why? Well, rather predictably, I would choose Beastman and Whiplash. Beastman has incredible upper body strength and is very good at grappling, and Whiplash's tail is supple and dangerous. That answer is not funny, so here is a photo of a cow's nose, in case you missed it last week. Thanks, Jason. Weapon Zero asks, is the waterfall on Snake Mountain naturally red, or do you add something to it? The water runs red with the blood of my enemies.
Skeletor!
What, Whiplash?
I thought it was because the soil is predominantly a heavy red clay, which colours the water as it permeates up through the ground.
Whiplash, you twit! How dare you spoil my poetic imagery with actual science? You're supposed to be an idiot. There's no way I can walk that back now. Get out of my sight before I beat you.
Yes, Skeletor.
Right, everybody. Please ignore what Whiplash just said. The answer is blood. It is blood. Mike Ciccone writes, how do you think your niece and nephew would have turned out if you had been more of a presence in their lives? Could you have helped Prince Adam to not be such a knob? Well, Mike, I'm afraid Adam was always going to be a knob. This was evident from the start. However, Adora was quite the mischief maker when she was young, always running about giving people wedgies, Chinese burns, and nipple cripples. I do wish I had been able to nurture this behaviour. Regrets. Thanks, Mike. Soda Cauldron asks, do all vehicles in Eternia have a manual gearbox, or are they all automatic for the people? Whiplash, hand me my cell phone. Right. I'm just going to Google something. Right. Automatic for the people. Search. Oh my God, you absolute twit, Soda.
What's wrong, Skeletor?
Whiplash, come here immediately.
Yes, Skeletor?
Right. Soda is not remotely interested in the type of vehicle transmissions we have on Eternia. He's making a reference to an REM album. Now, how did that get through the net, you dimwit? You're supposed to vet the questions and filter these things out. This is the third week running I've had to reference REM, and I'm bloody sick of it.
I'm sorry, Skeletor. Do you think Soda will try this again?
Oh, don't be silly, Whiplash. Nobody would dare to make 4 REM references in a row. That would be absurd. Now get out of my sight before I beat you.
Yes, Skeletor.
No, actually, come back. You can do the next question. I'm going to punch a child because of what Soda said.
Okay, Skeletor. Stephen Gray asks, if it is true that Skeletor composed the theme tune for the children's television program Grooey. No, Stephen. The theme tune was composed by a man who had been deaf from birth. Skeletor's coming back. Skeletor, did you like the children's TV show Grooey?
Yes, Whiplash, of course I did. It was amazing. Get out of my sight before I beat you.
Yes, Skeletor.
The Fly Attractor would like to know how long Darth Vader and I have been roommates at the Monkey Boy Nest, and what the sharing space rules are. Well, I've been here for about 2 years, and Vader moved in about 18 months ago. I was here first, so I'm the best. We tend to avoid each other for the most part, and the only strict rule is that Vader is not permitted to force choke any of my minions, with the exception of Beastman, who deserves everything he gets. Flyer Tractor also asks if there is any other evil residing here. Yes, there is. Megatron lives on a bookshelf, and there are 4 Miles Mayhems in various places. Hordak is lurking about in one of the toy boxes, but we don't talk about him because he's a twat. There are quite a few horrific characters from the McFarlane Tortured Souls line, which you can see on the last Halloween video on Monkey Boy's channel. Anyway, there is too much Resident Evil here to list everyone because we would be here all day. Thanks for the questions, Flyer Tractor. Retro Toy Guy Sai asks, would you rather answer a would you rather question, or would you rather answer a kiss, marry, kill question? Oh, definitely a would you rather question. They are often far more entertaining. Questions in the kiss, marry, kill format usually have very little entertainment value. Thanks, Simon. Dean from All Things 80s has a riddle for us. Let's see if Whiplash can work it out. Whiplash, come here immediately.
Yes, Skeletor?
Right. What can go up a chimney down, but can't go down a chimney up? Come on, Whiplash. This isn't too difficult.
Is it a penis, Skeletor?
What was that?
A penis, Skeletor?
I can't hear you, Whiplash. Say it louder.
A penis, Skeletor!
No, you twit. It's an umbrella. My God. Get out of my sight before I beat you.
Yes, Skeletor.
Right. Thanks, Dean. Magnificently profound ninny Gerard O'Connor asks, would you trade your laughable musculature for some hair on your bald, bony head? Whiplash, come here a moment.
Yes, Skeletor.
Right, I just need you to cover me while I go for a little cry.
Okay, Skeletor.
Oh, don't mention that I'm crying.
Okay, Skeletor. Hello. Skeletor had to step away for a moment, but he isn't crying. If you're enjoying the show, please do give it a like. It only takes a second and it helps to support the show. Oh, Skeletor's coming back now.
Right, I'm back. Get out of my sight, etc.
Yes, Skeletor.
Gerard, I shall not dignify your question with a response because you're a mean boy. Paul Wilson asks, if you threw a dinner party with guests including James Cordon, Christopher Biggins, and Yuri Geller, with Jamie Oliver doing the catering, which celebrity is first to ruin it? Oh, what a horrible scenario you have presented. That sounds like an awful party. Well, firstly, I'd have to put duct tape over Jamie Oliver's mouth so he couldn't talk and contaminate all the food with his saliva. And I'm sure Biggins and Cordon would synchronize their arrival, bringing with them a host of smug anecdotes and a big hat full of names to drop. Their presence would ruin the evening from the outset, and their childlike sniggering would irritate me to the point of violence. And presumably, Geller would bring his own cutlery to bend in a fraudulent display of telekinesis. This party sounds horrible, and I don't want to think about it anymore, but thanks, Paul. Andrew asks if myself or Monkey Boy are getting the Motou Origins Nightstalker. Well, not unless we find it on clearance price somewhere, as I already have a complete vintage one, which is displayed here in the Monkey Boy nest. Let's see if the new one becomes a peg warmer. Well, shelf warmer. Thanks, Andrew. Stephen Jones asks, when seeking new kingdoms to conquer, what resources do you prioritize? Good question. The first things I look for are the 3 W's: water, wood, and women. These are the most important to any civilization. Oh, and a McDonald's. Thanks, Steve. Cobra Commander asks, how big is your butthole? Well, it really depends whether it is in use or at rest. Ordinarily, you wouldn't be able to hammer a pin up it, but if I am relieving myself of a log, its dilation is almost always equivalent to the diameter of the departing stool. This is usually the case with any shitting creature. Thank you for that pleasant question. Mimi Rogers wants to know my favourite movie in 2024. Well, I'm afraid I haven't seen any movies made this year, so I cannot answer your question, however interesting it may or may not have been. Thanks, Mimi. Seth asks, why is a litterbug a bug? I don't know. I'm of the opinion that a litterbug is in fact a twat. Thank you, Seth. Alistair has reached out on Twitter with the following question. Should the ability to multitask define gender rather than physical body features? No. But yes. But no. Thanks, Alistair. Kat asks, would you win against Annabelle the doll? No. I would run away from that creepy bitch and let Evil Lynn take care of the task. Thanks, Kat. Finally this week, Alex James writes, were you responsible for not only Ryan Reynolds making an appearance on The X-Files, but that you are also his godfather? Yes, both of these things are true. Your informant has come up trumps this week. I asked the show's creator, Chris Carter, to give Ryan a role on the show in return for a book about horses that I had in duplicate. The book was gifted to me by Ryan's parents as a thank you for agreeing to be his godfather. They didn't know I already had the book, but it all worked out in the end. Okay, that's us done for another week. Thanks for watching, and thanks to everyone who submitted a question. If you enjoyed the show, please let us know by hitting the thumbs up, and help the channel to grow by sharing it on your socials. And do subscribe if you're new around here. And why not leave me a comment, a question, or a telephone call request for next week? Oh, and in case you missed it earlier, here is that photo of a cow's nose. Right, see you next time. Bye.
Get out of my sight before I beat you.